Hello, hello, everybody. If you are seeing this part of the video, you are catching the replay. So if you're on Facebook and YouTube, if you want to skip ahead to the crafting, you are more than welcome to, but I'm just going to give this a minute to let people hop on and tell me that they're here. So as you join me, please say hello. And even if you are watching the replay, please also leave a comment and say hello. I love to chat back with you. So just do it. Otherwise we will wait just a second to make sure. Keisha's here. Hi, Keisha. And good evening to you too. All right, so Keisha is here, and so I think we're good to roll. Because, well, I know I jumped on a minute early, so I'll give it one more second. Oh, there's my mom and Alicia. All right, we'll start. Hello everyone, and good evening. Hi, Cher. It is Tuesday, October 12th at 7 p.m. Central Time. That is my local time. And if you are not watching at that time, you're probably catching the replay. So hi and welcome. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and make a super cool card today. I don't know the name of this one fold, but it's so cute. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. But first, I wanted to say welcome, everyone. And if you are on my newsletter, you should have gotten an email today. Hi, Anne. Thanks for joining. You should have gotten an email today with an updated October calendar. I just wanted to talk about that super fast because next week in Minnesota, which is where I live, there is a school break. And so we have decided to make a little trip out of it. And I'm going to I feel like I have to say it with a little accent. I know it's not really in the South, but it's kind of in the South. It's more South than I am. Um, but we're going on a little trip. So I'm going to Oh, let's see. Looked like my Wi-Fi cut out. Hopefully you could still hear me. Maybe my picture stopped for a second. Hopefully we don't have problems tonight. Fingers crossed. And okay, speaking of Nebraska, that also moved back my kit together night to the following Monday, October 25th, just because I'll, be in Nebraska. So, and I was a little bit nervous that my paper pumpkin wouldn't show up on time. But enough talking about that. Let's go ahead and I'll show you what we're doing today. Hi mom. Okay, she says she can hear and see me. That's good because my screen like went black, and so hopefully you can. Okay, so let me flip down for a second. Here we go. So before I show you this card, what I wanted to do was tell you also that in my e-blast today, I sent out a new class that I'm doing, which is the class to go. That is free in I'll send you the card kit for free with a $35 order in my online store. And you need to use the host code, which is right there, B2JSBMQS, to get that kit for free. But then on, I think it's October 28th, we're going to put the kits together. So you can have your kit at hand and we'll just make the cards together. But I did want to give you a little sneak peek of what those cards will look like. And I'm not going to talk about them for long because I'm just not. But these are the cards we're going to be making. They all use the Joyful Life stamp set, which you do not have to have. You can definitely sub out for something else if you don't want that stamp set. That's fine. In your order on my online store, you can buy whatever you want. So go for it. I'll also probably make it available for like just a flat purchase rate, but I haven't figured all that out yet. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so let's talk about this card today. I don't have a name for this fun fold, but I participate in a swap every month called the Sixth Swap. So I swap cards with 6 other demonstrators by the 6th of the month for 6 months. And this is one of the cards I received this month for October. Hi, Deb. Thanks for joining. This is one of the cards I received, and I thought it was really cool, so I wanted to make it for you today. So this card is by Terry Welsh, and I think it's just so neat. I had never seen this fold before, and like I said, I don't have a name for it. So maybe we can come up with a name together, or maybe it already has one and I just don't know. But if you come up with a cool name, let me know. But that is the card that inspired it. We are going to make it with this cute suite, though, the Sweet Stockings suite. And this is the card we're going to make today, except we're going to use a different pattern of the paper. Yeah, Alicia, isn't that cool? So I love it because it shows off both sides of the DSP, and you guys know that I love that. So let's go ahead and make this. But if you have your mini catalog and you're curious about the products I'm using, they can be found on pages 30 and 31 of this guy right here, the July through December mini catalog. But let's go ahead and make this card. So, oh, and here's that stamp set, which I told you. This is the stamp set we're going to use. I already have all my stamps on blocks though, so we're set to go. I'm just figuring out where a good place is to put my card so I can reference it. Oh, Keisha said, OMG, so cute. Yeah, I agree. All right, so let's grab our supplies. If you are new here, then I'll just say that the blog post with all the measurements will be out on my blog tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central Time. So you don't have to frantically write down any measurements or anything. You can reference it then, or you can write them down frantically now if you want, or catch the replay. But we've got some pool party cardstock. We've got a piece of that Sweet Stockings DSP, and this is the pattern I'm going to use for tonight's card. Then I've got some Cherry Cobbler cardstock, a piece of basic white, a piece of that Cherry Cobbler that was cut out with one of those Hippo and Friends die sets. I love this die set for the frames. And then I've got just a little scrap piece of basic white for that sentiment on the front. And then I've already stamped and die cut our little pieces. We'll color them together tonight, but I went ahead and die cut them already. Okay, so let's start with our DSP layer here. And I'm gonna have to pull it off camera just slightly, but I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna grab my trimmer out and we are going to do some scoring. So what I'm going to do is pop open my whole ruler here, and we're going to score this at 2 inches. And remember, when you're scoring DSP, you don't want to push too hard because it's a little bit thinner and you don't want to rip it. So we're going to score at 2, 4, 8, and 10 inches. All right. And then I'm going to grab a pencil here. And we are going to go ahead. I'm just going to close this because it's so long. It goes all the way up to 17 inches. So this is where I'm going to go off camera a little bit for a second. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 3.5 inches up and just make a little line with my pencil because that's where we're going to cut across. Okay. So I know I'll be quick. All right. So we're going to go right there. And then I just have to do the other side. And there we go. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and cut this. I don't know if you can see my little pencil marks there, but there's one right there. And I'm gonna line these up in my track here. And I'm gonna line it up with this score line right here. So that's the second score line. Here's the 2-inch one and then the 4-inch one. So the pencil mark and that score line are gonna meet up. And we're gonna go ahead and cut. And then we'll do the same thing to the other side. You do not have to do it at the 3.5 inch mark. I just did because I liked the look of that. On Terry's card that I got in the mail, she did it down lower. So you can really play around with it and do it wherever. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, I should mention too, is make sure you're commenting all night long because at the end of the live video, when we're all done, I will draw somebody's name to win the card we're making tonight. So super fun and exciting. I love to do that. I love to send you guys these cards because you're here like making it with me, I feel like, even though I'm like talking to myself kind of. You're commenting along, and so I just love to send these out. All right, so we are just going to score these, and then you'll notice that I'm folding back on itself. And what do you guys think? Should we do it this way and then it opens like this, or should we actually show like this side? Let me know what you think. So like this. Which side do you prefer? We'll call this side 2, and then the other way will be side 1. How about that? Or option 1. What do you guys think? Which way should we do it? I'll give it a second because I know that there's a little lag. But yeah, let me know. What do you think? While I wait for those comments, we can go ahead and color in our animal. And I am going to bring in some scrap paper here just because these Stampin' Blends bleed. 2 more animals, side 2, side 2. Oh, Alicia says side 1. And it looks like everyone else is saying side 2. All right, we'll do side 2 because I see more of those. Sorry, Alicia. But you can make this card too, and then you can do the other side, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and just color in these images. And I'm going to use colors that correspond with the designer series paper. So for the hat, I've got Cherry Cobbler, and then I've also got Cinnamon Cider, Pool Party, and then I'm using Daffodil Delight. Now, Daffodil Delight is not a color in the Designer Series paper. The yellow in the Designer Series paper is actually Bumblebee. However, there aren't Bumblebee blends, so, oh good, Alicia's a good sport. She said, it's okay. But there aren't Bumblebee blends, so we're gonna use Daffodil Delight and just say, shh, don't tell anyone that it's not the same yellow, okay? It'll be our secret. Okay, so here is our Daffodil Delight that we're pretending is, oh my gosh, look at that tip. You guys, I gotta replace that. I don't even know if you can see that, but it is frayed. So let's use the other side. So we're just gonna pretend like it's Bumblebee, and we're gonna color this in. While I do this, how was everybody's weekends? I had a bit of a weird weekend because I had like 2.5 days, kind of. I worked at my day job on Friday, and then on Saturday morning, my niece had a double header for her soccer. And then at night, I had to go do an event. So I work for a nonprofit, and we had a big fundraiser on Saturday night. So I went and did that. And so because of that, my boss gave me Monday off. So I had Sunday and Monday off, which was kind of nice. So I spent a lot of time crafting, like a ton of time crafting. And let's see, what else did I do? Really nothing. I really just crafted and worked on stuff, crafty stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to color in the rest of the stocking with the Pool Party. And here we go. There was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I can't remember what. Hopefully it comes back to me. Let's see. Share different colors. Probably 20 years old and only about 4 colors are the same as current. Yeah. So Cher is saying that she has lots of older inks, and so she uses different colors all the time. Yeah, they're pretty similar, so you can get away with it. Okay, let's color that in. Alicia said it was low key, but it went way too fast. Keisha said Thanksgiving here in Canada, so lots of family. They took their 2-year-old niece to the pumpkin patch. That sounds awesome. And yes, that's right. It was Thanksgiving in Canada on Sunday, right? I think it was on Sunday. All right, we're going to use some cinnamon cider to color in the cat. And full disclosure, you guys, I have to be careful because look at what I did on my first card. I colored right over the eyeballs. I wasn't paying attention. I was just coloring. But I think the eyeball should probably be white. I just thought that was too funny. I did one eye and I caught myself, and then I was like, oh, it's too late. Have to do the other one now. And I thought about using our chalk marker to, like, you know, fix it, but I wasn't sure I could manage that. The holiday is Monday, but almost everyone does dinners on Sunday. Okay, all right. Yeah, American, like the US's Thanksgiving is in November. So that is pretty exciting. My birthday is close to Thanksgiving, so that's always like a really exciting time of year. I almost colored the eyeball again. Cher baked muffins. That was the highlight of her weekend. That's funny. But I bet they were good. What kind of muffins did you bake, Cher? Okay, so oh, we went to the apple orchard too. I was thinking about muffins, and I was like, we have muffins here because we have apple muffins from the apple orchard. Okay, whoops, there we go. Alicia says, so is mine. Oh yes, that's right. Your birthday is around Thanksgiving. I don't remember the exact date, but I know I have it written down because you're on my birthday list. Oh, Cher made blueberry muffins. Sounds delicious. Okay, so we said animal side out. So here's what we'll do. Now that we've got that all colored, we are going to go ahead and add some adhesive to the back of our Designer Series paper here. And then we will get this added to our Pool Party piece. And you guys, this is kind of like the mystery card because we just have like a little layer for the like the card back. Do you know what I mean? It's not a full card base, but you could make it a full card base if you wanted to. That might be kind of cool. Have like a fold out piece on the front and the back. That would be pretty neat. Okay, so we have got this all together. And so let's go ahead, let's do the inside. And I'm going to grab this basic white piece here. And I believe this is 3 inches by 3 inches. Let me double check that. Nope, it's not. It is 3 and 5/8 by 3 and 5/8. Okay, so we're going to stamp the inside. And what I'm going to do is use lots of colors because the colors in this paper, they're so pretty. All right, so let's stamp down our sentiment. And of course, we're leaning all into the animal theme. So we're doing Santa Claus is coming to town. And then I'm going to stamp some of the presents. So this time I actually am going to use the Bumblebee ink. I suppose I could have used the, oh wait, I'm gonna do the Cherry Cobbler one first. I could have used Daffodil Delight, but I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't. I was like, no, we'll keep the right color, right? All right, so there's Cherry Cobbler. And then I'm gonna close it so I don't make a mess. And then we will grab our Bumblebee and add one of these cute little presents. And I also stamped these in the colored ink because I didn't want to color them in. I kind of like how they look with the outline of the colored ink. But yeah, I just didn't want to color them in because I like how this looks. So what you could do too, though, is you could take the blend and you could color in just the bow. That might look really pretty. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some seal on the back of this guy. And we will get him centered onto our Cherry Cobbler piece, which that is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then we're going to get this adhered to the inside. Now, a tip for you when you adhere to the inside is you don't really want it to show. So I'm not going to stick this down yet, but do you see what I mean? Like, I don't want to close it like this because then you're going to be able to see it. So I kind of want to go a little bit lower. So I am centering it from side to side horizontally. But I'm pulling it down a little bit lower just so it's not super visible. Now, if it peeks out a little bit, that's okay. But see, just like that, you can't see it until you open it up, which I love. And I think the grumpy cat on this is so cute, especially because our cat is so happy. Okay, so then here's a tip for you. I'm going to go ahead and put this label on. Now, we only want it to be stuck down to one side because we want the other side to open, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over to the back side and put some seal on the far side. Sorry, that was a little bit low, but I'm putting seal on the far side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my panel here. And I know I need a strip that's probably about that long, but I'm going to put it right on the edge of that designer series paper. So can you see it? It's kind of the shiny bit there. And then what I'm going to do is, hi, Debbie, thanks for joining. And you love the paper. You know what, Debbie? There is a golden retriever pattern that you would just love. I'll have to make you a card with it. All right, so that way, when I stick it down, it only sticks to the one side, but we make sure it's adhered everywhere it needs to be because we've got the adhesive on both sides. And it didn't like run over, right? So that's pretty cool. Just a fun tip for you. And then, so once this is closed, I'm just going to put my bone folder on it to kind of keep it shut a little bit. I am going to stamp our little sentiment for the front. And again, I'm going to use that Pool Party ink. And I'm just going to stamp it towards the top a little, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and trim it and make it like a little banner. All right, so I've got my snips. And I'm just going to cut it across and go as straight as I can. And then I'm just going to use my snips to cut up in the middle and then cut from the sides. Now we do have punches that do this, but I find this to be a little bit quicker. So this is the way I usually do it. And then that way too, I can control the depth of my like banner, if that makes sense. All right, so we've got that piece. And then all we're going to do is we're going to just add some dimensionals. I am going to stick down the stocking with the cat first because he takes up more space and I don't want the sentiment to get in the way. So we are going to peel off those dimensional backings and I'm going to go ahead and stick this down probably right about there. And then we'll add a dimensional to the back of the cat. And you have to tell me, are you a cat person or a dog person? Because there is a dog in this too. There's also like a little gerbil. That's so cute. I'll show you. Look at him with his little chubby cheeks. He's so cute. And then there's the dog. But I thought I'm using the smallest stocking here, and I thought it didn't really make sense to put the dog in it because this dog looks like he'd be a little bit bigger. So if you're using the bigger stocking, I'd put the dog in there. Oh, a lot of dog people. And Cheryl says both, and Cher says cat. I am a dog person. Sorry to say it. Jade says cat also. I am a dog person, but I do love cats. But I grew up with a dog and just recently broke my way into cats. Just became friends. Keisha says both, but my dogs are snoring while cat sits watching with me. Yeah, that's funny. And Cher showed a picture last week of her cat helping her prep stuff for mystery card night. So, you know, cats just love to do what we do. I know when I cat sat about a year and a half ago, I was working on my computer and the cats kept coming and laying on top of the keyboard. Like, you can't work because I want you to pet me. I got a kick out of it for the first couple days, and then I was like, okay, but I have to work, like move. But they were cute, so it was okay. All right, so here's our cute little sentiment, and I took the backing off of that. We're gonna go ahead and just attach that on there. It says peace, joy, and kisses, which I think is cute. And our last step here is to add some embellishment. So I am using the matte decorative dots, and I love these because if you look, they actually are like an ombre effect. So there's darker and lighters of the same color, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one of the big yellow ones, which is Bumblebee, and then I'll take one of these medium-sized yellow ones. Oops, there we go. And then stick it right there. And then I will take another one of these medium-sized yellow ones and do my line all the way across. So we'll go like this, and I'm going to stick it right about there. So cute. All right. Well, that is our card. It was so quick and easy. Oh, thanks, Alicia. She said, super cute card. Thank you so much. Super fun, super easy. I'm trying to make this a little bit cleaner. There we go. So here's our card tonight. So if you have not left a comment and you'd like to go in the drawing to win this card, leave a comment. Because I'm going to draw that as soon as our live is over, and I will post the winner on my Facebook page. So if you're watching on YouTube, you'll want to check my Facebook page. If I don't have your address, you'll have to send it to me. Let's see. Cher says she used to have 4 cats at one time for over 10 years. They're cute, but she's a 1 cat only from now on. So when I cat sat, I'll just tell you this little story. And it's kind of interesting. So, you know, we're in a pandemic, and so oh, what's the name of the gems? The gems are the matte decorative dots. So when I cat sat, I watched these cats for a whole month with my friend Hannah, and the family we were watching for went up to a cabin for the month because they could, because, you know, there was nothing else to do. And they had 4 cats. Now, keep in mind, I just said had 4 cats. They had 4 cats, so we watched these 4 cats. Well, they got up to their cabin, and their daughter went onto the boat to get the fishing, you know, the bait and tackle and whatever, so they could go fishing, and found 2 kittens on the boat. So they kept them. So now they have 6 cats, which is, they're all so cute. But they only have, of the 6 cats, only 1 is a girl, and she used to be the queen of the house, but not anymore. Not since these kittens have come home. They've kind of taken her title from her. So I think it's really funny, but yeah, they're cute, but they are, I don't know, they're so cute. They're just cute. One of the cats likes to be held, so that one is my favorite. The other ones are like, don't touch me. But all right, there are both of our cards tonight. Check my Facebook page in about 10 minutes or so, and I will post the winner of tonight's card. All right, so I will flip back to me for just a second, and let's see if I can remember what I wanted to tell you earlier. I should have written it down. We talked about the calendar. We talked about oh, thank you so much. We talked about the card class to go. I think that was it. So yeah, anyway, thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed tonight's card. Please give this video a like or a heart if you're on Facebook, and share it. That really helps me out, and I super appreciate it. And I will catch you guys next time. But remember, next time is not next Tuesday. I will have a video post for you next Tuesday that you can watch. It'll premiere is what it's called. So it will like go live at 7 and you can watch it then. And I will try to be around to comment back, but I don't know. Sometimes I get a little car sick, so I might be asleep in the back of the car driving to Nebraska. So otherwise, I will catch you guys next time, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you later. Bye for now.